Well, I got to tell you, it was a lot of swings, right? And sometimes you look at your own team and go, but, how come we weren't better? Like in the response games, right? Like today we finally won after a win, but the previous two times. So sometimes you're on your own team and you got to think about the other team. Right? They got some pretty good players too, right? So give them credit because they respond. So you don't want to get too down on your team. Just build off the things that maybe they were doing to beat you. So I thought we did that well, even though we lost, and tried to build that into our approach to the next game. So that's where I thought we got better, learning from what they were doing well. And then at the end of the day, the players go out and you need timely goals and timely saves. And I think that was the difference tonight. We got our share.
Jonathan Marchessault made some timely goals. He's done that for 6 years here. I'm curious, as you've gotten to know him over the year, coaching him, seeing him every day, is there anything about him or the way he prepares that allows him to come up in these big moments regularly?
Well, I'm learning that, right? That's what, we get behind closed doors after. Like, there's Marshy again. Well, I don't know the entire history. I mean, I delved into it and read up on it, but I haven't seen it with my own eyes. And I think Marshy, his game is about halfway through the playoffs, realized that it's not just going to be on a tee for him, so to speak, those type of goals or odd man rushes. You have to get inside. And so he does up here. I think it was you lose track, right? Maybe it was game 3, right? He goes inside, drives the net. Jack finds him, hangs around the front of the net. Tonight, how does he score again? Hangs around the front of the net. So Marshy's learned that now. And he had a couple chances before that as well. So now he's mixing his chances on going to the front of the net. On the power play, we've moved him to an elbow. We're trying to get the puck to him, so he's getting a lot more looks. So I think that makes goal scorers, they start feeling it a little bit the more reps they get. So that's the one switch we made to try to get him going. He's done a good job with it. And I think Jack will find you and Barbie are good complements for him. So when they're on, they're dangerous because all three, I think, have different elements to their game that can hurt you. So good for him. We're going to have to hear it for about the next 4 or 5 days. That's the unfortunate part, but we'll live with that. And you know what I'm talking about.
To kind of build off of the first question, it seemed at 5-on-5 like you got better at defending them as the series went on. That was kind of the case in the first round. What do you think it says about the overall IQ of the team that they pick up on things and learn?
Well, we don't win if we don't defend well, right? And listen, no one game did we defend perfectly. You saw pockets of it. First period, we were got sucked into their game a little bit more than we'd like. So the second period, we got more to our game. Make them go 200 feet, no easy chances. Don't lose people all over the ice when it's unnecessary. And then the third period now, after that, I think the first time out, they really pushed hard and we were able to get the big saves, right? You need that too, right? You're not winning without those. So, but I do believe we value defending, and we talked about that in training camp, that I don't think you can win this time of year. You need to score. It's not the old NHL where it's 2-1 or 3-2. I mean, you need to score to win, but the defending part is key, and we've built in how we want to do it. And I credit the guys for believing in it, and they've tried to play that way all year. We've done it with a number of different goalies, and here's another one, right? And good for Aiden. I mean, he was a wall at the end. So give him credit too. Anytime your goalie makes saves, you always look like you defend well, right, and better. And the opposite is true too. But I think in general we take a lot of pride in that.
Bruce, playing off that just about Aiden Hill, considering everything, did you get more out of him in this series than maybe you even expected you would?
Well, it's a good question, Jan, because he's never played playoff hockey, so you got nothing to go on. He's played well for us all year, and a lot of it has to do with he makes the saves he's supposed to, right? So we're not hanging him out to dry most nights saying, hey, go win us a game. We're just going to trade chances. So, and when we play that type of game, I think he gives us a real good chance. He's a lot like LB that way. But you don't know, and so I'm not going to say yes or no to that question, but you don't know. So I will say that. And he stepped up, and you're not advancing without that. You need goaltending, and it's been a good story for us this year, no matter who's gone in there. And good for Aiden. Like, he's a young guy that wants to establish himself full-time in the league, and the opportunity comes, and he was ready. That's the part I'm impressed by, is he was ready to play, to go into a really difficult atmosphere against the top-scoring team in the National Hockey League. So, and he was ready. And that's a credit to that guy, and Sean Burke for keeping him ready.
Bruce, back right over here. Jack was all over the place tonight. What did you like from his game?
Well, everything. I think Jack is fully invested defensively and has been since October. He wants the puck and he wants to make plays. Face-offs, we've asked him, you may have to dig in against top guys, and he's willing to do that. He blocked a big shot in the PK the other night, so now, like if he's asked to do that as well. The guy wants to win. He wants to be part of a winning team and a winning culture, and he's doing that, just doing his part. He's not asked to carry the team on his back. Nobody is on our team, and I think that's, was part of the story here is the team that plays the best usually wins. Now, you can debate it and, who played better, but we feel our team outplayed their team. It wasn't about this player against this player or this goalie against this goalie. And Jack was a part of that. He has to be one of the guys that plays well, him and the Mark Stones and the Stevies, guys we rely on. And Aiden Hill now, right? So, and we got that. I thought Pietrangelo was very good for us. And, he obviously got the suspension, but played well for us. Nick Hague and White Cloud, now they've been in the league a bit. I think they're, they were ahead of where maybe their fifth and sixth defensemen were because they've been in the league. So that's what makes us the better team. We hope that we use everybody. And again, that's always open to debate, but that's how we felt going in, that we had to play like the better team, and we did. And Jack was a big part of that, but not the whole part, right? But big part.
Sorry, I'm going to ask about player against player too, though. But it seemed like they were using McDavid trying to stay away from Karlsson quite a bit. Like, how does that speak to Karlsson just in this series?
Well, that tells you what they think of William Karlsson. I don't even have to say anymore, right? I mean, they're trying to take away like the best player in hockey against our guy. That's what I assume they think. I can't speak for them. I just know that we like William in that matchup. But we were comfortable with other guys. We had Teddy Bluger out there. Teddy Bluger, man, this guy knows how to check and defend, and he's a very, very valuable guy when you have the lead. And so he's helped us, even though he's probably under the radar guy. So if they got away from William, which they tried to do, some ozone draws, that surprised me a little bit, but they tried to get away from him, then Teddy would come next a lot of times and know what his role was.
Bruce, right here.
Yeah.
You guys were able to kill the one power play that Edmonton had, and you guys got some power play goals in Game 5. Talk about the improvement of special teams in the last two games.
Well, we stayed out of the box tonight, and that's why we didn't have to kill that many. They still had their chances around the net. Their adjustment was they were going to play a little lower against us. So the other night they got 3 in the power play, so it's hard, they executed well. We just thought, I guess when we left the building after Game 5, we thought, okay, we blocked a shot in the slot and went right to Connor, and he buries it bar down, right? So it was a bit of we did the things we were supposed to do. They got the fortunate break on that, and they found the puck. And the next one goes in off Hyman. I think it hit his leg and went in. So we feel, again, we got the save we wanted around the net, and it went in. So we weren't going to beat our guys up because, they earned their goals by going to the net, but they weren't the tap-ins that maybe the first game happened as we went along. We, make them earn it around there. Last one's Connor just being Connor, right, the other night going around us. But in general, we felt our plan was starting to be better. Even though the numbers might not back up that story, I think in our locker room we felt, okay, it's we're not as mesmerized as we were early on. And so credit to John Stevens, he runs the PK. Credit to the guys to buying in, and we kind of switched a few things along the way. And like I said, made our guys feel better about it, even though maybe the numbers don't back that up, like I said.
If everybody's got a book on everybody, how are you going to watch Game 7 of Seattle-Dallas tomorrow night?
I think Shannon and Cole both have hockey, Dan, at 6 and 7:30, so I'll be watching hockey practice. I'm sure they'll have the game on. So I have to watch it, right? But at the end of the day, we tape all that, so I'll do it later. I'll do it another time. I'll enjoy a little checking out, I guess, mentally for a day, and then right back to work.